I would like to begin by thanking the board for allowing me to speak. I know many of you, and I know how tough your job is, and you're doing the best job you can. But tonight I'm rising as your state senator and as someone who has heard directly from the families here in Lyon Township about what is happening right in your backyard. The response to similar scenarios all across the state of Michigan. Last week, in response, I introduced legislation to create a statewide year-long moratorium on new data center projects. This is not in opposition to innovation or economic growth. I support responsible development. But what is happening here in Michigan and in Lyon Township is not responsible. It is rushed, opaque, and dismissive of the very people this project will most directly affect. Lyon Township, as has happened so often across the state of Michigan, has had the residents blindsided. The conditional site here planned for Project Flex was approved last September, and most residents did not realize this until December. Critical details were obscured. Public input until recently has been minimized. Timelines were accelerated despite strong community opposition. And now the developer is threatening to sue legal action if this committee does not move fast enough. That is not a partnership. That is intimidation. And that is not how we should do business here in the state of Michigan. The 172-acre, 1.8 million acre facility will consume up to 15,000 gallons of water per day. It strains local infrastructure, impacts wells and property values, and reshapes neighborhoods, especially when placed near homes, schools, and families. Decisions of this magnitude demand full transparency, genuine public engagement, and enforceable protections, not after-the-fact assurances. That is why I have called for this pause. A moratorium is not an end of development. It is a necessary safeguard. It buys time to enact real standards, performance guarantees, job creation requirements, local consent, and taxpayer protections like the bill I am advancing in the Senate. Government does not exist to serve developers or out-of-state interests. It exists to serve the people. The citizens who live, work, and raise families right here. The residents of Lyon Township and in Michigan deserve better. They deserve transparency, they deserve accountability, and above all, they deserve to be heard. I urge this committee to stand strong with your constituents here to the best you can. Try to slow this process and demand protections for Michigan taxpayers, the kind of respect they have earned. Thank you so much.